Hello, my people, my brothers and my sisters, my Arsenal futurites to the whole wide world. How you doing? Well, it's very, very late here in London. It's about 5 o'clock in the morning. So we've only got 7 hours, 7.5 hours before our kick-off against Mansfield Town in the FA Cup. It's been very hectic as usual this week. I had a lot of work to do, but I'm up. I'm actually not very tired, but I'm going to go and get some rest in a bit. I've got a cup of tea here, which I'm having is actually lemon and lemon and ginger, beautiful for the chest, especially when the weather's so cold as it is now. And even though we're getting closer to spring, it's still quite chilly. Yeah, and also we've got a trip up to Mansfield. Don't forget to smash a like before going any further. Smash a like, hype the videos if you can. You can go back into our archive. I think we've done over 300 videos. I think, or is it coming up to 300 videos? We've done a lot of videos. I'm losing count, but you can have all the videos or as many as you want. But make sure you have this one. Send a like to the video. Subscribe if you haven't done so already to this channel. This channel's growing, and also leave your comments down below. Tell us what you think the score will be for the Mansfield game later. I think it'll be live on I think it's on TNT Sports. So if you've got Sky, if you've got access to TNT Sports, it's on there. And also, what I say, hype and hype. Yes, so hype. Say hype like the wines, doesn't it? Hype like. Leave your comments down below. Yeah, subscribe to the channel. Okay, and share it as well. That's the other one. Share it if you can. You lot have been helping the channel, so the channel is growing bit by bit. We're moving, but we're not moving as quickly as I like, but we're moving nonetheless. So I give thanks for all big things and small things. So once again, yeah, it's going to be a tough trip up there. But before we go on, I'd like to talk about the game against Brighton. That's the game we're talking about. We'll talk about the game against Mansfield a bit later on when after I've had some sleep and wake up, and I'll wake up in time for the match, and I'll give you a preview just before, maybe an hour before kickoff. So I want to see what the teams are going to be. I could guess what I think the teams will be, but sometimes you can't second guess Arteta. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. But with an FA Cup game, you could throw a lot of different folks in. We might get some new guys who we never heard of before. So anyway, yeah. So our game against Brighton, we've been much maligned. We've been put under scrutiny by a lot of guys in the media, even the Brighton manager, whose name I can't pronounce. The German manager, or is he Austrian? German. Anyway, it's a German name. So came out. He heavily criticised us about saying that he would never play like that, how he played, and he was saying that Arsenal play boring football, boring tactics. It's a dull, they play dull. Well, if you're going for a title, we've not won a title in nearly 22 years. We have to win by hook or crook. I think Arteta's trying other ways to, to win the league. I think that 22-23 season, for me, the first season that we really challenged for the league, and I think we were 8 points clear, but we had injury to Saliba, and Man City came to the Emirates and beat us 3-1. And we surrendered the league after that. Then the season after, the 23-24 season, we were leading by so many. I think we had the most time at the top of the table, even more than Man City, and we surrendered it. And Man City came in from the blind side and overtook us. So we should have won the league in one of those 2 seasons. Last season we were rubbish. Liverpool walked it against us and Man City. Man City were poor last season. It should be now a season to win it, because Slot came in and in his first season in the Premier League won it. And Arteta's tried all types of styles to win it, and now he's taking the defensive mode, like a bit like George Graham. George Graham's style of football was back in the 90s. But I think this football, what he has, even though I'm not a great fan of it, I'm happy because we're winning, we're picking up points. Not many teams go to Brighton and win. Brighton, as you can see and as you saw, and as you've seen for a number of years now, they play some very, very good football. They keep the ball on the deck. They pass it around. I myself would like to go down there one day and watch them. I don't know if I'll be able to watch them with Arsenal, but I would like to watch them play football because they do play some good football. Or even, I prefer to watch them from a home game perspective rather than if they come to the Emirates. But maybe next season we'll go down there when Arsenal travel down there and see how they play. And I got family in Brighton as well, so maybe when I go down there, I'll go and see some of my cousins who live down there. But anyway, the game never really had much to talk about. I mean, we scored on 9 minutes. Our standing captain Bukayo Saka scored a shot, but the shot that he took, the keeper could have saved it. Did it go between his legs? I only saw it quickly once. I didn't see it again. It looked like he could have saved the ball. He dived, but it was a bit of a keeper's error. But the most important thing that we scored. After that, some were saying that we didn't have many chances after that, or we didn't have any chances after that. And we didn't really attack Brighton as much, but we had one or two chances in the second half. Victor Gyökeres was very, very ominous against his former club as well. Uh, I thought Nketiah was our best player because Nketiah didn't allow anybody to go past him, and he's a find, and he's going to be signing for us in the summer. I think for £45 million. I don't know if it's pounds or if it's euros. I've got to check. I keep seeing £45 million, but it could be euros. So whatever the case may be, he's signing for us in the summer, and that's a very, very good buy because some top teams wanted him. I know Real Madrid were sifting around him last summer before we got him. I think Man City also wanted to sign him as well. So we're very, very fortunate to get a player as good as that. And he's a top player, and he's fast becoming one of the best fullbacks, one of the best left fullbacks in Europe. And he's a quality player. I'm not sure if Ecuador have qualified for the World Cup. I'm not sure. I've got to check. I think they have. But if Ecuador have qualified for the World Cup, you look out for him. Casido plays for them as well. But look out for him. He's gonna be probably one of the players of the tournament if he carries on in the way the way he's doing. And if Arsenal win the league, and if we win the Champions League, that will he could be in a high. He really could. He is a quality player. One of the best. I think he's probably been our best left back. Somebody said to me the other day they think he's our best left back since Ashley Cole. I don't know about that because we've had some decent left backs, and so. But he's up there. He's definitely up there. He's got to win some trophies first. He really has to win some trophies first. So he scored in 9 minutes, sat back a bit, tapped occasionally. And the most important thing, I don't want to talk too much about the match because it wasn't our best performance. And Brighton were the better team. They didn't create a great deal of chances, but they had more possession and they looked more threatening than we did. But we just sat back. Now that our defence is very, very good. Of the likes of Gabriel Marshall in it. Of course, Saliba wasn't there. Well, Saliba, I believe he was feeling unwell, and so he was rested for the game because of that. I've heard other reports saying that he wasn't well. I've heard other reports saying that he picked up a knock. So I don't know who to believe, but one or two. It's one or the other. He either picked up a knock or he wasn't feeling well, but he didn't play. Yeah, he wasn't in the squad whatsoever. But Gabriel played well enough. Young Mosquera, had a bit of a shaky night, but he got taken off. And then Calafiore came on, played in the centre. Looked quite assured, actually. He normally plays there for Italy. He looked quite assured in the centre alongside Big Gabriel. And we had, of course, Timber on the right side. And we had Nketiah, for me, the best player. Our best player on the night on the left-hand side. Saka scored a goal, but he didn't really do much after that. But he was okay, kept the ball okay, but he didn't penetrate the Brighton defence as I would like. But I think the most important thing now is that we're picking up points in hard grounds. Recently, we picked up 3 points at Leeds. We battered Leeds a few weeks ago up at Ellen Road. And where else did we win? I think we won somewhere else as well, didn't we? We won at Everton, but that was a couple of months ago. But we're going to these big away grounds, which is tough, and picking up points. And that's all we can ask for at this moment in time. You also went to Spurs, of course, to Rata Lane. But everybody's beating Spurs at the moment. And it looks as though they could be relegated because they lost 3-1 to Palace a couple of nights ago. And so, Spurs, and I grew up in Tottenham, so I've got a bit of a soft spot. I've got to be honest, even though I'm a Gooner, I've got a bit of a soft spot for Spurs because I remember when I was a kid, they used to do a lot of things they used to help my family a lot. The Spurs in the local community, they used to do a lot of things for my family and for my friends. And so because of that, I've got a bit of a soft spot for them. And I kind of don't want to see them. But if they go down, I'll laugh a bit. But I wouldn't want them to go down for too long. not for too long, you know, maybe for a year and then come back up again, just to get a taste of it. But yeah, but it looks so it's sad. It looks as though and I've got a lot of friends who are Spurs supporters, as you can imagine, growing up in that area. So anyway, that's their problem. Hopefully, we'll see what happens at the end of the season. But anyway, but we have to keep winning. We've got eight. Is it 8 games to go? Or 30, we've got 8 games to go. We're gonna. The only one I worry about, the only game I worry about is the Man City game away from home. Uh, I want us to win. We need to win. We haven't won up there for 12. I think it's 12 years or 11 years. The last time we won up there, Arteta was playing for us. It goes to show how long ago that was. And Wenger was our manager. So it's time that we were up there. We'll rock up there and get 3 points. And I think we can do it. I've seen some lousy teams go up there and win. So why can't we go up there and win? Just to shut them up and let them know that, oh, this thing's official now. So, and then if we could get a point or 3 points from City, that will really be the title decider. But we're in a very good commanding position. Of course, they drew 2-2 with Nottingham Forest on Wednesday. The same time we will beat Brighton 1-0. So we've gained 2 points on them. So I'm so happy. But there's still a lot of football to be played. There still might be some more twists and turns, so we can't get ourselves carried away. We're going to take each game as it comes, one step at a time, guys. And when you look after yourselves, that's the game. And that wasn't, that was the more or less it. One goal and defended well for the rest of the 80 minutes or whatever it was, 81 minutes plus stoppage time. Done a professional's job, defended well. Our focus was really good. Didn't create much, but we didn't want to commit ourselves too much because Brighton are very good on the break. They got that guy who came on, Minta, who's very, very quick. Yeah, Mitoma's also very, very tricky. I think he went off as well. So they've got some dangerous players. So we got to be very careful. And I think Arteta is slowly learning, how to combat these kind of away games and these games against these tricky opponents. Because I think up until maybe last season, he was having issues, and sometimes we got caught out. But I think this season and some of last season, he's learning to navigate against tricky away opponents. So he's getting better as a manager. I'm still not sure about him, as I said before, but he's learning. And maybe he wins the league title this year, the Champions League or both, or a couple of trophies with the league or with the Champions League, and he gets to stay another year. I wouldn't mind. Another couple of years, I wouldn't mind. But he's going to keep winning. And if he stops winning, then he has to go. But the aim of the game at Arsenal and the aim of the game with elite sports is winning. You're going to keep winning. You can't rest on your laurels. You're going to keep winning, keep going forward. A bit like Man United used to do when Ferguson was there. And all those great teams in Europe like Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Real Madrid, they win more or less every single year. And if they don't win the league, they'll win a cup or win something in Europe. And if they don't, the manager's gone. So that's what Arsenal have to become. We have to eat, sleep, breathe, and drink success and winning trophies. Guys, you look after yourselves. Love you all very, very much. I'll be back later on in the morning with a preview of the game, our FA Cup game against Mansfield Town in the FA Cup. You take care of yourselves. Smash a like, smash the subscribe button. Leave your comments down below. And what you think the scores will be. You could do it in this comment section for the game against Mansfield. But I'll be back later on if you want to actually leave your leave your comments in the game or what you think the scores will be in the Mansfield game. Not a problem at all. You look after yourselves. I'm getting a bit tired now, so I better shut up. Take care. Adios.